What's going on, everybody? How are you? Happy Saturday Night Live. Live from our dining room. It's us.
It's us late at night.
Hi. Hopefully our Wi-Fi is going to work since I had some issues on Wednesday night with the Wi-Fi. And who knows? I mean, we got weather and Wi-Fi and a teenager up in the attic. So who knows? Who knows? Hopefully the Wi-Fi works. If it doesn't, we'll go from there. Welcome.
We'll smoke signal you if it doesn't work.
If all of a sudden we're just frozen, let us know. Adam, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So it's the weekly pickoff. It's week 3.
Yeah.
Week 4. It's week 4. We have to do it tonight because tomorrow there is London football at 9:30 in the morning. So we had to get our picks in.
Yes.
Otherwise, y'all don't know who we are cheering for and rooting for.
And let me just, before we even start, let me say this about the first game that we did. I was working and Chip was like, hey, you need to pick somebody real quick. And so in the middle of work, I just picked a name. Had I known any of the stuff that was going on, I would have picked differently. So I just want to point there.
But again, I am not responsible for what you know and do not know in the football world.
True story. That is true.
Sorry, I'm trying to share this out. But again, we have picks to make. We have a lot of picks to make.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. So let's just jump right into it, shall we?
It's true.
Okay, cool. So here we go. Wait, real quick, before we do anything, can we just shout out my new shirt? So there's this dude on TikTok, Jake Stavicki, and basically he watches pictures, and then he goes to his face and he just kind of like zooms in. Mm-hmm. He goes,
he's
ball.
He's really funny. Really funny.
So it's an umpire thing. So I got a ball shirt, and then the back is just like the strike zone.
Anyway, aside from that, we also need to shout out the fact that we went to go see the Panic at the Disco concert yesterday.
Another great T-shirt. I mean, it was a great concert.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chip likes attention. I don't know if you know this about him. So he wore a shirt to make sure that he got pictures taken of him, attention, whatever. But the point is, Brendan Urie is a vocal god. And I think he's both of our hall passes now.
Not my hall pass. I just want to drink a beer with him.
Also true.
Which I did last night, technically.
Okay. Anyway, let's talk about football.
Let's talk about football. So in case, again, you're brand new to the show, this is the second season of it, so welcome, but y'all need to get caught up real quick. It's the weekly pickoff. We pick the NFL games based on whatever jumps into her cerebellum and what I think is going to happen in the football world.
Accurate.
Last week, I got my ass kicked. Although you didn't do great either, but you won.
Not in the second half of the day. I didn't do great.
No.
The first half, I smoked them.
And the first half of the day, I did terrible and then won the second half. And then it all came down to one game and she beat me. So last week, I was 6-10, which brings me to 25-22 on the season. You were 7-9, which brings you to 26-21, which gives you a one-game lead right now.
Yeah, it does.
So it matters.
Mm-hmm. It does matter. Yep.
As we mentioned, we both picked the Dolphins this week. And as you know, the Bengals won. So we are both 0 for 1, which is okay.
I would have picked differently had I known that Tua was playing because he should not have been playing to begin with. So I would have gone the opposite way on that because now, as much as I love the Dolphins, I am so not about their organization for putting people in danger.
Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting what happened.
I saw something on Twitter and I retweeted it because it's so accurate. It's like, you know, about the quarterbacks who can like beat women but God forbid you let them miss all their games. But all of a sudden somebody has a concussion and it's like, we're investigating. Like, fuck off.
For me, it's so much more than that. It is a glaring inaccuracy. So we knew that this was going to be a marquee game. And quite honestly, you didn't want it to be Teddy Bridgewater versus Joe Burrow, which is what it ended up being.
Right. But you're going to talk more about this on your Monday episode.
Well, and that's what I did already. And you know, JD and I talked about it on Monday. And, you know,
but then more happened.
His logic was, well, you know, he's a grown man. He's got all these things are in place so that these grown men can be protected from themselves. You look at a guy like Antonio Brown, who clearly got CTE from getting hit in the head too many times. And now he's taking his wiener out and exposing himself in public pools.
If you have not watched that video yet, I highly suggest that that woman did at first what every woman does at a club or something when they like a guy is kind of being creepy and weird, but you like are afraid to be like fuck off because you don't know what their response is going to be, if it's going to be a violent response or not. And then she like very quickly after that was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. And she swam away. Yeah. But holy shit, this happened in May and all this video is just coming out now because he's being investigated. Holy shit, that man is a train wreck. He needs help. He needs real, true help. He really does.
And like going back to the Dolphins thing, like, you know, you listen to Mike McDaniel, it was like, oh, we never would have played him. Okay, but you have to know. So it's a coaching problem. It's the independent doctor problem. It's the ownership problem. It's a Tua problem. Like there's all these issues. And they went he's going to be, you know, he watched the video. He watched movies with us on the way back. If you have a concussion, you shouldn't be staring at screens. So like, you're not taking care of these guys.
And
you're not taking care of these guys.
Had one.
And Adam,
badly.
Point blank, you're 100% right. This could be a career ender. Now, it won't be because he's Tua. But again, you have to look bigger picture. So anyway, we both picked the Dolphins. We were both wrong. And
here we go.
I have some thoughts. And I'm going to share more. I'm going to argue with JD on Monday. Okay, let's get into it. Vikings, Saints. We seem to both have the Vikings.
Sure, yeah.
Very different reasons.
100%.
Okay, I took the Vikings because the Saints are using a backup quarterback. They're missing their wide receiver one. Their running back one is hurt. The Vikings should give them an English ass whooping since it's over in England. The Vikings are returning to England. Hashtag Leif Erikson. Hashtag Eric the Red.
Cool. So the thing for me is that my youngest loves purple and I'm blonde and the Vikings are blonde. So like if you put them together, that's why I picked the Vikings. For no other reason at all, but you know that I love them because they're so cute.
Vikings are ferocious warriors.
Okay, but
they are not cute.
Okay, explain their majestic hair then.
It's wind blown from all their travels on the seas.
Right, it's cute.
Oh, God.
But they're like a whole bunch of Fabios.
We're a game and a half into this episode, and I'm already super annoyed at the cute Vikings.
They're so cute with their little horns. They're like Fabio mixed with opera singers.
Because everyone knows the most ferocious people on the planet are Fabio opera singers.
Yeah, I'd be afraid.
I'm going to need a saint after this. Anyway, the Vikings win. I don't think it's going to be very close either. Lions and the Seahawks. We both have the Lions. Now, I had already locked these picks in on Thursday morning.
Yeah, but I almost picked the Seahawks.
Yeah, I locked these picks in Thursday morning for the other pick'em that we do for the network. I've been back and forth on this game, and I almost changed it because
that they are cute little purple people eaters. Thank you.
Cute little purple people eaters.
Excuse me, if you've ever read the book The Purple People by Kristen Bell, it's perfect.
So Dom is a Lions fan. Just so you know. Here's the thing. I've been back and forth in this game because the Lions are missing their two starting wide receivers. They're missing their starting running back. I'm not high on the Seahawks. I don't think that Geno Smith. Either. I don't think Geno Smith is a good enough quarterback. He's done okay, but the game is in Detroit where they've played pretty well this season. They've been close to winning most of their games. So my deciding factor was the fact that the third running back on the Lions is now the second running back on the Lions, and it's Craig Reynolds from Kutztown. So the Lions win.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just implore some Tiela logic on your choices?
I always pick Craig Reynolds when I can. And I actually picked him up on one of my fantasy teams.
Anyway, my reasoning was I originally did pick the Seahawks. I actually had it on our sheet. And then I switched it because so today I saw this TikTok of this adorable child, maybe 2 or 3, sitting and watching The Lion King for the first time. And the parents don't show what's happening on screen, but the OGs clearly know what's happening because this kid is then going like, oh, Scar's going to help him. He's going to help him. And then watching the face and just the tears stream down this child's face. And that meant that I needed to vote for the Lions for this kid who was so devastated about Mufasa. And when he said, "What happened to Simba's dad?" I had to switch it off because I was going to cry.
She did not even make it through the TikTok.
Oh, no.
And I sent her, and I was watching her watch this child.
I cry a lot when it comes to stuff like this. I would have cried at that regardless, but it didn't help.
Simba gonna help him. Simba did not help him.
Oh my God.
You're gonna cry on air.
It's terrible.
Yeah, Saddam is a Lions fan. Like I said, it's one of those games where the Lions should win, but probably won't. Lions and Tigers and Bears. But you picked the Dolphins, so you didn't pick the Tigers. And I don't know if you picked the Bears or not.
I guess we're gonna have to find out.
We're gonna learn today. So we both got the Lions. So far, no differences.
That'll change.
I'm
sure.
It does.
But wait, there's more.
It changes.
Oh, there you go.
The Steelers and the Jets. I was shocked that you took this. So
were you shocked at my reasoning too?
I didn't read it yet.
Oh, you wrote it.
No, I copy and pasted from my spreadsheet.
True.
Zach Wilson is back for the Jets, which means the only thing that might get beaten up are pagers of MILFs that he decides to call. Besides that, I don't care about this game. The Steelers have a variety of weapons. The Jets do not. They should smack around the Jets. Jets.
So, okay, here's the thing. I hope that the Steelers win. But I think the field is going to be really messy because tonight they're hosting Georgia Tech. And I think that it could be really bad field conditions along with the weather and things like that. And I don't think that the new quarterback, whose name I don't even know, is going to be able.
Trubisky.
Sure, sounds good. Is going to be able to handle that in the way that Roethlisberger would be able to handle that. And that's my deciding factor for going with the Jets, which I never.
I don't think you've ever picked the Jets on the show.
Not one time ever.
Well, so far, Adam's agreeing with you for most of these, for all of these. Okay, field conditions, I like that, but it's the same field conditions that the Jets are going to have to play in.
Yeah, but so what? They're used to playing in shit.
That's true.
Aha. Come on, be proud of my reasoning. It's real. That is a real reason because I had nothing else to go off of.
Yeah.
I got no feeling whatsoever.
I think if the Steelers lose this game, then Kenny Pickett starts next week. I'm marking it now. Ooh, miss. I never picked the Giants. We got the Bears and the Giants. I have picked the Bears. I said, I can't believe the Giants have won any games, and now have lost one of their top weapons for the season as wide receivers are blowing out knees. Kenny Galloway.
Sure.
Gallaudet.
Sounds like a name.
Callahan, who knows? This game is going to be ugly and terrible because, again, we mentioned crappy weather conditions, and the Bears run the ball a lot, and that, with the weather being poop-tastic, should lead to that.
Now you go with weather.
Even though that the Bears are missing their top running back in David Montgomery, but I think Khalil Herbert, who had a huge game last week, will do just fine in his stead. Bears win. The Bears.
I picked
Sterling Shepard. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you. I picked the Giants, which I never do. This is twice now that I picked the Giants, I think. I was like, what I'm doing right now? I hate myself. But I just have a feeling that they might pull this one off. I don't know why. I think they're a much better team than they've been previously. I don't think that they're going to go, amazingly far this season, but I do think that they are at least worth a couple more wins.
I think
surprisingly.
I hate the Giants.
As do I. You know that I do. So to pick them, come on.
I think that I hate the Giants, and because of the weather being what it's going to be, I think that you don't need Justin Fields to do anything tomorrow, which is great because he can't do anything. So the Bears win.
Wow. That was mean.
Justin Fields is a bad quarterback.
All right. Well, he's still getting paid a lot of money.
Sure. Sure is.
For the bare minimum. Thank you guys. Go ahead.
It's not just me. Titans and the Colts, we both have the Titans. So I think that this is a matchup of the best running backs in football in Derrick Henry versus Jonathan Taylor.
Thomas.
Not a lot to do in this game for Matt Ryan and Ryan Tannehill. So Matt Ryan Tannehill. The Titans just have the more proven team than the Colts. The Colts have really been struggling out of the gate. I do think that the Titans will win this game.
And I think that the Titans are going to win this game too. But they have such a good backstory. The Titans, I don't know why Tennessee is the Titans, if it's just 2 T's, and like they just picked. I don't know. But the mythology is really good. And even though like the thought of like horses, like Colts, like in horse blankets, like makes me cry. I said I was done with Indianapolis and I have to stick to my guns. So I'm done with them. And also look up the history of the Titans, not the football team, and enjoy that one. This is not the only mythological reference that I have today, by the way.
There we go. Good to know. Good to know. That's what we're going with tonight.
We are.
Adam is disagreeing with us. He's calling us liars. He's saying to the Colts.
Well,
so, Adam, you can kiss my butt cheek.
Upper leg.
Also, we appreciate you. I've been doing my squats. Texans and the Chargers. We're different here, so I think we're on a 3 games.
Texans?
I did. The Chargers are really beat up. Last week they were missing, their quarterback was hurt. They were missing their wide receiver. They were down a running. I mean, they are beat up. They just lost Joey Bosa for like the rest of at least the season. I don't know who that is. He's like their star defensive player.
Sure, sounds great.
The Chargers are beat up. I do not know how Justin Herbert is still playing. Herbert. And he's going to get smacked around by a gritty Texans team.
Oh. You dare.
It's a lowercase g. We're fine.
Don't you dare. The Chargers bolt reminds me of Harry Potty. Harry Potty.
Say it again.
No, I'm repeating myself on purpose.
Harry Potty means you need to clean the bathroom.
Yes, exactly. Harry Potter and Percy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And the Texans remind me that women don't have rights. So, like, nah.
Like you just took it there.
That's all I have for this game. That's it.
Some of these games on here this week are really good, and some of them are like this.
But the thing is, like, okay, somebody's got to win. So, like.
Not necessarily.
No. But, like.
Yeah, no more ties
usually, no, I want a tie. Keep going.
I'm not joking. I don't read her stuff. I just copy and paste it over.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns and the Falcons. Here you go. Ready? The Browns are a better team.
I don't have my contacts in, guys, so I'm killing it. I have zero reason for this pick, but like it's October and the Browns have orange. So like
But the Falcons have black.
Yeah, but orange is a more distinct fall color. Like I'm going with the Browns.
Adam says tie.
This is not that one.
This is not the tie. I mean, the Falcons they're doing okay. But I don't see them beating the Browns. The Browns are going to run the ball a lot.
Also, though, can I just say something? The Browns, I fucking hate their helmets.
Because they're brown?
They're orange.
They're orange.
And they have nothing on it.
They don't have
brown stripe.
They don't have their new elf.
Listen, it reminds me of the Keebler elf, so like that's cool because I like Keebler cookies, especially the ones with their like the elves. The elves, and they have the chocolate in the middle.
The fudge guys.
Maybe that's what they're called. Either way, they're delicious.
They're not called fudge guys.
Fudge guys? That sounds like a name for a porn.
That sounds like what got Deshaun Watson in trouble.
Fudge guys. Gross. Keep going.
That was a Browns joke there. That was disgusting. I apologize. It's too late for you. The Commanders and the Cowboys. Because I'm not taking the Cowboys.
No, fuck
I don't care about these two teams other than to say I don't like them. Cooper Rush is going to get one more opportunity to play before Dak's return against the Eagles, I'm sure. And the Commanders got slapped around.
We're going to that game.
Yes, we are. And the Commanders got slapped around real good last week. It was very enjoyable. I'm thinking Wentz steals a win before his eventual visit to the injured reserve.
Yeah, I just
because he's going to get hurt.
Yeah, and I just now that we're not playing them, win. Go ahead, guys. They were terrible when we played them. But
they were really bad.
But
it was great.
It's so crazy right now.
And Adam is picking the Commandos.
That's fine. Hold on. I will say, what is all hail the Redskins or something? Was that the name or before? And now it's all hail the Commanders. All over their stadium or hail to the Commanders or whatever. But either way, it just sounds like Nazis.
Yep.
And everywhere you look in the stadium, that's what it says. And by the way, total tangent and side note, those poor fans, they're actually, first of all, they're very nice. And also, that stadium sucks. They have 2 escalators in the entire place. So if you want to go down or up, they're on either side. That's it. It's like herding cattle when you're walking around it. It's hot. It's disgusting. But on the positive, one thing I will say is they do have a Johnny Rockets, so that's pretty cool. But it is terrible. It's terrible. It really, it's terrible. They spent so much money on rebranding their bullshit. And I was like, no, get a better stadium. FedEx yourself pieces to build a new stadium. I just really hated the stadium and I was sweating my ass off.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it.
No.
I wasn't crazy about it.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, we're taking the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jags and Eagles.
Oh, I'm surprised that you bothered to pick the Eagles.
Listen, I know this team.
Why is their helmet bigger than our helmet?
Just because I copy and pasted it from the previous slide. Sorry.
Pride.
You're right. So this game is actually going to be a dogfight. I said, so who else do I want to win in the battle of good and evil? Batman. I was like taking straight out of a Tiela playbook there. I'm sorry. Weather's going to be a factor, and the Eagles have a better running game than the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am excited for Doug Peterson to return,
Me too.
but not on our sideline. I hope they treat him well. He is a Super Bowl winning coach for this team. I don't see it being.
He's a good guy who bought into Philadelphia.
I don't see it being the same reaction that it is when Carson Wentz returns, if he returns, because he's going to be hurt by then.
For sure.
So I do think the Eagles will win. I think it's going to be pretty close. I have about like a 3-point win for the Eagles. That's it. But I do think the Eagles start the season 4-0.
You guys know that I was never going to pick the Jags, no matter what. Because this is the time for the Eagles to F up the most punchable face in all of the NFL. I hope that Jason Kelce just... Oh, wait, no, that's the opposite side. What am I talking about?
We hope we're up by so much that Jason Kelce can play defense and beat up on Trevor Lawrence.
First of all, I just want to see him knocked over so badly.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
Okay, not Jason Kelce.
No, absolutely not. Jason Kelce is a legend, and I want him in the Batman suit.
I want him to be Fat Man.
Fat Man. I fucking love that man. He is – I love him. I love him so much. He also, sometimes likes All About the Bird stuff. So, shout out to him and his badassery. Go check him out at the OD. He's there sometimes. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope they whoop his Trevor Lawrence. I hope they whoop his ass.
You've insulted this man for 2 straight years and never even bothered to learn his name?
No, I know his name, but it sounds like Sarah Lawrence College, but like Trevor Lawrence, or hey, that dude, that white guy that got arrested for stuff. It's oh, Trevor Lawrence's dad is going to get him off of court cases.
Oh my God.
He's probably a really nice guy, and I'm sure he is. It's just,
Adam says the Eagles win, and he also says that Trevor Lawrence will get a facelift after the game.
I'm hoping he gets it during the game. It's not even that.
It's the jaw.
No, it's not.
It's triangular.
No, it's not that. I don't know what it is about this guy. I'm sure other women think he's amazingly attractive. I have no idea. Just something about him, because I used to watch him play college and he was fan-fucking-tastic. Let me make that clear. But something about his persona on the field pissed me off so bad that it has now carried over into the NFL. I'm sure he's a great guy.
I don't think you're right.
All right. Well, then whatever. Keep going.
All right. Sorry, my bad.
He's on his phone, guys.
I'm distracted by something.
He saw something shiny.
Dude is bombarding our inbox again.
What dude?
Dude who wants to do something for us, and he bombards our inbox, and there it is.
Oh, cool.
Bills and Ravens, difference. Yo, good game. Best game of the weekend, actually. Both teams are going to score a lot. Again, crappy weather.
You picked the Ravens?
I did. Again, crappy weather, which leads to the running game being more important, and the Ravens run the ball better than the Bills. So the Bills will take another tough conference loss, but they're still going to end up being in the AFC Championship game.
I just don't believe that. They are up in upstate New York, which is cold, and they are close to Niagara Falls, and they're closer to all the upper states. It's cold. I think that they will be fine. I really do. Plus, they are Super Bowl contenders for sure.
So are the Ravens.
For sure. I'm sure they are. But you pick them because Uncle Larry loves them.
That's not why I pick them.
No, I'm saying you can pick them because Uncle Larry loves them. I'm going to pick them because I'm going to pick the Bills because I just have a feeling that they're going to win.
No, and I hear
even though it's spooky season, and I love their colors so much. They're so cute.
Yeah. I mean, look, you're right that the Bills play in tough conditions, but even in those tough conditions, they throw the ball a lot. So it's not the difference of being cold; it's the difference of it being wet.
Thank you for mansplaining weather to me. I appreciate that.
It's easier to run the ball when it's wet. It's difficult to throw the ball. We good? We great?
Good, great. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Everybody on the bus. Cardinals and Panthers. Okay.
I'm dribbling today.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
Guys,
hey,
so
remember
tired.
for 3.5 weeks when I said that Christian McCaffrey is going to get hurt?
No.
And that's why I struggled to pick the Panthers, or I picked the Panthers until Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. Guess what? Christian McCaffrey, just like clockwork, is injured. Shocker. His thigh is hurt. Well, therefore, the Panthers have to rely on Baker Mayfield, who's good, but the Cardinals are going to be better as they keep getting healthier and getting players back. Even though I do not think Kyler Murray is very good, I think he's better than Baker Mayfield, who he replaced later on
Is
Oklahoma.
Baker Mayfield, he's in the Panthers, right?
Yes.
I really like him. But I feel like the Cardinals are going to win because regardless, I support Zach Ertz. That's 100% my reasoning for this. And red is close to pink, and pink is my favorite color. And I'm here for it. It's like Valentine's Day every day in their stadium. That's so awesome. It's so cute.
It's adorable.
It is adorable. I like it.
And that's why the Cardinals are going to win.
Yeah, because my love for Zach Ertz.
Broncos and the Raiders. The Raiders have to win a game sometime, right? They are the only winless team in the NFL.
They haven't won.
They have not.
Oh, cool.
And they're far too talented to keep losing. And the Broncos have been shaky out of the gate. They scored a whopping 11 points on Monday night, and they got their win. So again, the Raiders are much more talented than that. I think that Raiders will win this game.
I have nothing. I have such disdain for the Raiders. Look, I wrote uniforms for you, but it's costumes, especially during spooky season. But it works for spooky season, so like I'm here for it. It's fine. It's okay. So even though like their costumes look like, you know, when you go to like a Halloween store and they have all like the swords and those like old things from like
Medieval times?
Yeah, that's what their things look like. That's just what it reminds me of. And I couldn't figure it out until we were in Party City today. And then I was like, oh, that looks like them.
There you go. And that's why the Raiders are going to win.
Why do you make fun of me all the time?
I don't know. It's kind of just what our marriage does. It works for us.
I get bullied every day.
Yes. Patriots and the Packers. Okay. The only chance that the Patriots even had was when they had Mac Jones, the guy who runs their offense.
That's a cool name.
Mac Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's coolly on the injured reserve for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And Brian Hoyer does not have what it takes to beat the Packers in Lambeau.
Let me just say this about life, though. There have been some times when backups come in and absolutely dominate and get you to a Super Bowl. So I don't like to count anybody out, period, at all, because there's people sitting on the bench or people that also have a lot of drive and want to prove themselves, so they're going to work extra hard. Doesn't mean that it always works out, but I'm here for it. However, this is the game where I would like both teams to lose or tie. Bill Belichick and Aaron Rodgers are terrible human beings. I mean, terrible. But I don't think that the Patriots have it this year, and the rest of the Packers are pretty solid. And I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm Italian and cheese runs in my blood. So that's my reasoning for picking them, even though I hate Aaron Rodgers. So he is the Swiss cheese of the cheese bunch. So there you go. That's why I have that. And I just hope that it ends in a tie somehow. Or I just hope that, like, for whatever reason, like Aaron Rodgers just like has to come out of the game.
For Jordan Love.
First of all, that name is way better.
That's the backup quarterback.
I love that. So yes, for that reason too, but also like not enough that he's like seriously injured, because I don't ever wish that on people. I just hope that he has the day he deserves. And I hope that about everybody. So let's keep it moving.
They also have a wide receiver whose name is Alan Lazard, which sounds like lizard.
That sounds like what?
Lizard.
Yeah, but it also sounds like You said it, and then it came into my head, and then it left. So,
all right.
Picard.
Yeah. The coach's name is Matt LaFleur.
Well, I know who that is.
Nobody makes me beat my own blood.
He's handsome.
LaFleur.
He should. Why is he not the coach of the Saints? That is so upsetting.
I'm sorry.
Because their thing is like a fleur de lis,
mm-hmm.
and that all just kind of
Matt LaFleur de Lis.
That'd be so cute.
There you go. Matt LaFleur, have your agent call us. We'll set it up.
Switch teams.
Chiefs and the Bucks. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Tom Brady is still dealing with injuries to most of his weapons, plus super terrible conditions. I mean, lots of issues in Florida this week. You know, there was a hurricane. They were talking about moving this game, which I still think they should have done. Which means in Florida they were dealing with some stuff this entire week. The Chiefs are going to be able to win this game because there are distractions between Hurricane Ian and Hurricane Giselle wrecking all things Buck related.
So. Yeah, I first of all, I do feel really bad, and I would like to see them win actually because
of the hurricane.
It's a nice distraction for everything that people are going through, and it's really terrible. And
so by that logic, you're also picking Jacksonville.
No, I'm not.
They're going through it.
They're up here.
All right.
They're not in it. They're up here.
All right.
Okay, they brought the rain with them. So we're
gonna bring the thunder.
I've been supporting Tom Brady with his spite because I think like that's like a really good driving factor sometimes. But his spite has turned to like sadness, man. And that sadness in football on the football field, like it doesn't work. So I think that I feel like they might lose. And that makes me sad because these two quarterbacks going up against each other is always such a good matchup.
True.
Always so good.
It does not make me sad because the Eagles are competing for the number one seed in the NFC for the playoffs, which means we get a bye week and home field advantage. And at some point, we're going to have to beat the Bucks to do it.
We'll beat them.
So let them get beat up now. And the final game of the week is...
Oh my God, you picked them too?
I did.
I'm so shocked.
Rams and the 49ers. I am taking the Rams because the 49ers need like one more week to put it all together. And the Super Bowl champs are not going to let the 49ers kind of walk all over them. I was very embarrassed by the 49ers' effort on Monday night.
Whole caption.
That was your entire caption.
No, it wasn't. There was more. I wrote a whole thing about it. Yeah, but there was more than that. So maybe it didn't, like when you pulled it, I wasn't done.
No, it's literally right there.
I'm telling you, though.
All right.
I wrote a whole thing about it.
All right, well, go ahead.
I wrote about how I don't like their red and gold together. The only acceptable red and gold is Iron Man, and that's Iron Man. The 49ers are not Iron Man. I don't care how iconic their shit is. I don't like it. They need to get rid of that burgundy or red or whatever it is. Maybe it's the gold. I don't know.
It could be, but I think the Rams win this game. So I think
I do too, and they have really cute stuff. I love their stuff. They got a revamp.
So I think we have, if I kind of counted while we did it, like 5 differences.
I don't know. All I know is I'm still tired from the game.
Yes.
So, sorry I'm not as chipper. Look, but do you see my shirt?
Probably hungry, likely sleepy, always cold. This is true.
All true.
And for me,
ball.
Tomorrow there is football at 9:30 in the morning, so make sure you're checking that out. Tomorrow, if you're in the Quakertown area, the Birds, Beers, and BS crew is going to be doing a live pregame show from Doan Distillery. And then at some point tomorrow, the AAT Birds squad is going to do the postgame show where we recap, hopefully, the 4-0 Eagles and what they did against the Jaguars.
Stop jinxing.
No, it has worked so far. It's not jinxing. So, sorry. Sucks to suck.
You.
It's true. It's true. Totally was. So we're going to go finish Stranger Things and then go to bed.
For the record, I've watched it 3 times in a row.
I have not. This is my first viewing. So
of season 4.
I got to go watch some Demigorgons and stuff. Make sure you're liking, sharing, tweeting. Mm-hmm. I'm Chip for the Birds. She's Tiela Kegs.
Also, wait, let me just say one thing. No, something silly. I know. So I posted these pictures of us from the concert. And Chip purposely spelled Brendan Urie's name wrong because it's supposed to be like, I don't even care about being here. Like, I'm just here to protect him from my wife type of thing. Y'all, people are so serious. Every time I keep getting messages like, do you know you spelled his name wrong? I'm like, that's the joke, guys. If you don't have something positive to say, just especially about that amazing, phenomenal man and band, shut up. That's all I've got. Shut up and go to bed.
Shut up and go